An introduction to polyvagal theory. Dr. Stephen Porges is the originator of polyvagal theory, and he identified a biological order of human response that is active in all human experience. You see, we come into the world wired to connect. Even with our first breath, we are seeking and searching to feel safe in our bodies, safe in our environments, and safe in our relationship with others. Polyvagal theory tells us that our autonomic nervous system is also our personal surveillance system, and it's always on guard. Its goal is to protect us by sensing safety or danger, listening moment by moment to what is happening in and around our bodies and in the connections that we have with others. This sensing happens far below awareness and is not under our conscious control. The polyvagal theory, poly meaning many and vagal meaning wandering, explores the different parts of the nervous system and the body's responses to stress. This theory considers how the vagus nerve, the longest nerve in the autonomic nervous system, running from the brain stem to the colon, gives the mind and body their strong connection. There are 3 organizing principles to the polyvagal theory. The first is called co-regulation. The autonomic nervous system sends and searches for cues of safety or cues of danger. The drive to survive and the longing to connect are 2 primary experiences which coexist in the autonomic nervous system, and sometimes they work together and other times they are in opposition to each other. Co-regulation is how the autonomic nervous system is both shaped and regulated through interactions with others. It is a biological imperative. The second organizing principle is called neuroception. Coined by Dr. Stephen Porges, neuro means nervous system and ception is for perception. Neuroception explains how the autonomic nervous system takes in information without involving parts of the brain. Neuroception responds to cues of safety or cues of danger within oneself, in between relationships, and in our environment. The third organizing principle is the autonomic hierarchy, or the 3 predictable pathways of response. 500 million years ago, the parasympathetic dorsal vagal evolved as a system of immobilization. If our neuroception detects life threat, this pathway would be adaptive. It would protect us by immobilizing us, shutting us down, freezing, collapsing, whatever it would take to keep us alive. 400 million years ago saw the sympathetic or fight or flight evolve. If our neuroception detected danger, our bodies would then prepare adaptively to protect ourselves with a surge of energy, including adrenaline and cortisol, and thereby get ready to either fight or flee. 200 million years ago evolved the parasympathetic ventral vagal pathway, and this is a system of safety and connection. Here we enjoy social connection, health, healing, and restoration. As you may have already noticed, we only feel safe and connected if we are in the ventral vagal pathway. Now, here's the important thing. A healthy nervous system will move up and down this autonomic ladder, if you will, fluidly, and that is what we want. However, when there are not adequate resources such as internal stability, environmental safety, and social support, we may enter a state of being stuck in either fight or flight or immobilization, or fluctuate between the two. And this can create a cycle of disconnect, ill health, no opportunity for connection, for healing or restoration. Another quote from Dr. Porges is that, quote, trauma is a chronic disruption of connection, unquote. With the help of a polyvagal informed therapist, you can become aware of this initial understanding of the role and responses of the autonomic nervous system. This system works in the service of our safety and survival. In fact, polyvagal is known as the science of safety. You can begin to befriend the autonomic nervous system and map personal response patterns. Mapping gathers information for us and leads well and naturally to tracking. With the awareness of tracking, that is, what state are we in, how did we get here, and how do you leave it or stay here, we can then begin to intentionally tune and tone our nervous system. We all strive and yearn for safety and connection, and now we have a scientific way to navigate our quest. See you next time.